Have you ever heard of the GPS game? Before you rush to Google the name of this game, let me save you the trouble. You won't find much. And if it's not on the internet, that must mean I'm lying, right? Believe whatever you want. The truth is, very few people have ever heard of this urban legend, and even fewer have been reckless enough to actually try it, let alone follow it all the way through. You've probably figured it out by now, but I'm one of those people. I'll skip over how I first learned about the game. That's a long story on its own, and honestly, not a very exciting one. What matters is what I'm about to tell you now, everything I learned while playing, everything you need to know to stay safe. If you ever decide to try it yourself, I'll explain later why I'm choosing to share this. For now, let's talk about the rules. How the GPS game works. The game begins by entering a random string of characters into the search bar of any GPS system or navigation app. You then follow the route it generates exactly as instructed. This string is known as the master code. Unfortunately, the master code is never permanent. It changes constantly, never lasting more than a few days at a time. The reason has something to do with the Earth's rotation and its position in orbit around the Sun. Calculating the correct code at any given moment requires a ridiculous amount of precise measurements. That leaves you with only two options. Hire a spotter. These people can be found through dark web marketplaces. They have access to the necessary calculations and can provide a list of possible code variations, but they'll charge you an arm and a leg. Find me. I'm not a spotter, but I've played this game enough times to know what I'm doing. I've managed to find the master code over and over without any outside help, and I won't charge you a cent. The journey. Once you have the code and begin your journey, the most important rule is simple. Follow the route all the way through, no matter what. No matter how many turns you take, nothing unusual will happen during the drive itself. This is why most newcomers quit early. They get bored, frustrated, or even sick of driving aimlessly down random roads. But as the legend says, it's not about the journey. It's about the destination. The GPS game will eventually lead you to a hidden town called Battered Grove, a place that, by all accounts, should not exist. Despite the constantly shifting routes, the total travel time is almost always the same, 5 to 6 hours, depending on traffic. Along the way, you're almost guaranteed to pass the following landmarks. Hank's Supernova Diner, proudly advertising that it's open 25 hours a day. Hexworks, a shop specializing in unusual antique items. Grovewood & Co., a souvenir store, though for some reason I couldn't find the building on my last visit. Garrett's Locker, a local death metal hangout. The Grovewood Inn, a hotel with a disturbingly dark history. Or so I've been told. The rules you must never break. As fascinating as the town may seem, you cannot allow yourself to be distracted. Forces beyond your understanding exist in Battered Grove. They offer you brief glimpses into a world you were never meant to see. One wrong move can shatter the fragile boundary between worlds and leave you stranded in a void of absolute non-existence. Please take the following rules seriously. Ignoring them can cause irreversible harm, not just to you, but to reality itself. Do not exit your vehicle while inside the town. Your presence disturbs the residents. The ones closest to you will approach and violently beat you to death. When pursuing an outsider, a resident possesses unnatural strength, speed, and endurance. Once they're certain your heart has stopped, they'll calmly return to their daily routines, as if nothing happened. Do not take photos or record video of the town. Not even selfies from inside your car. If you have a dashcam, disable it before you arrive. You are not allowed to take anything with you from the visit. If you do, something will happen to you. Not immediately, it might take days, even a week after you return home. But rest assured, it will happen. I once knew another GPS game player named Tom. He made the mistake of recording a short video while driving through the town. I can only assume someone or something abducted him and confiscated the footage. We used to meet every few months to discuss what we discovered. It's been over 2 years since I last heard from him. Do not trust any electronic device. We rely on them every day, but in Battered Grove, they will betray you. If your GPS continues running after you arrive, it will deliberately route you in circles, pulling you deeper into town until you run out of gas. And when that happens, the game is over. Never make phone calls while inside Battered Grove. Someone will always answer, but it won't be them. Their voice will sound perfect. Their speech patterns will be identical to the real person. Don't fall for it. It's a trick, the town trying to lure you out of your vehicle so it can consume you. If you stay on the line, the voice will eventually become frantic. What it says will vary, but it will speak with terrifying conviction, and somehow it will convince you to step outside. You already know what happens next. The town learns. Each time you visit, it will try something new, throwing a curveball designed to make you drop your guard. I thought I'd seen everything until my last visit. I received an Amber Alert on my phone. The license plate matched the truck driving directly in front of me. I could clearly see a young girl in the back seat, scratching at the window, sobbing. She locked eyes with me, tears streaming down her face, silently begging me to help her. I followed that truck for 10 miles before realizing the truth and fleeing immediately. Space out your visits. The more frequently you come, the harder it becomes to leave. The town hates repeat visitors. The book? This doesn't happen often, but when it does, be careful. A book titled Sleep Tactics, Exercises for a Resting Mind may appear inside your car. It might be in your glove compartment, on the floor by the pedals, or wedged between the hood and the windshield. Most commonly, it appears on the passenger seat. Wherever it appears, do not give in to temptation. You'll feel an unnatural urge to stop the car and read it. Do not open the book. If you do, you'll become hopelessly entranced. As you devour its pages, exhaustion will overwhelm you and you'll collapse into a deep sleep. Depending on how far you read, you will either sleep forever or lose yourself entirely. In the latter case, your astral form will wander Battered Grove for eternity, unable to communicate with the outside world and unable to return to your body. If the book is titled Transpersonal Travel, a guide for unstable consciousness, turn around immediately, leave at once. Trust me. Why I'm telling you this? Because I'm here, right now. I'm trapped in Battered Grove. The usual way out no longer works. The roads have rearranged themselves. Every route leads me straight back to this cursed place. Remember when I warned you about spacing out your visits? I didn't listen. What started as once a year became 6 or 7 times. Then monthly. It became an addiction, one I clearly didn't have the discipline to control. Now I'm sitting in my car, out of gas, waiting for the inevitable. This is where you come in. Below, I'll include the current master code. I don't know if it still works, but it's my last hope. Please save me. Even as I type this on my phone, I'm in danger. The town knows I'm trapped. It's doing everything it can to consume me. Every few minutes, I receive calls from unknown numbers. Ads keep popping up for local gas stations within walking distance of your location. I'm smart enough to recognize wordplay. But I know it's only a matter of time before the town convinces me that stepping outside my car is the only way to escape. I don't even know if this message will reach anyone, not in the way I intend. But wherever this story ends up after I hit send, I hope someone tries the game, bring friends, make it a road trip. Have fun? And if you find me, things might still be okay? Even if you don't believe a single word of this, what do you really have to lose? Take the code. Go. Right now. I'm running out of time. Master code P1NLNR4HR E2BI3AS E T R G N2BD E 2A U L E8 1E6 2GI7TS 4Y3E